All right, guys, this was the biggest mind shift that I had to make. And it's so counterintuitive. It's like, no, this just doesn't make sense. But it absolutely makes sense once you see it and understand how the body works. So I went from a 1,700 calorie diet, and now I eat about 2,700 to 3,000 calories a day. And I've lost all my fat, lost my gut, and I put on muscle, and I just feel amazing. And it makes sense. So here's what's happening here. So if we're on a diet, we're all like, well, we're just going to cut our calories, lose the weight, and it just makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And it would if our bodies weren't brilliant. Our bodies are going to do whatever they can to keep us alive. So when you start depriving the body of those calories, right away it works every single time because the body hasn't quite learned what you're doing yet. And then it says, oh, after about a week, it's like, hey, we're not getting the proper calorie intake here. We need to slow things down here and start conserving our fats, and then we're also going to start burning the proteins. And here's why. So this is why it'll start storing fat, and you're going to get the skinny fat, you're going to get the gut. Is it goes into survival mode, and it says, okay, what am I going to do to keep us alive? I got to store as much fat as possible, so I'm going to stop burning the fat. And then muscle burns calories at a high level. So then it starts tearing down your muscle because the muscle is burning calories and it needs those calories to survive. So that's why you start losing all of your muscle mass when you go on these caloric deficit diets. And then all of a sudden your body is not burning anything. So then when you have a little extra one time, it just packs it on. And then it's like you gain 10 extra pounds when you come off of that little diet. So it will never work long term. So what we need to do, and this, again, it's a mindset shift. It's like, oh my God. Then once you see it, you can't unsee it. You start putting in the fuel. And actually, so I went from 1,700 to 3,000 or 2,700. Now I'm at about 3,000 calories a day, and I lose all my fat. My fat just burns off. So I'm feeding my body all of these calories and the proper stuff, and it's all clean, whole foods. So that's key. Can't be putting in the processed stuff. The body now says, hey, I'm getting enough fuel. I don't need this fat. I can burn this fat right off. And then it says, I'm getting enough fuel. My muscles are going to start building now. So now all of a sudden, just naturally, your muscles are going to build. Even though you may not be working out that hard. Like when I traveled this week, I didn't work out at all, but I put on muscle. I'm like, this is just crazy how smart our bodies are and how dumb we are sometimes, I guess. And I was dumb for 20 years. I did this, and like, God, I was just in the hamster wheel of just burn calories, and I'll offset what I'm putting in. And it's like, no, we have to fuel the body. Now, the other thing too is I was on this, when I would go on vacations before, I would always come back and like, oh, I'm like 10 pounds heavier because my body was used to burning so many calories. And when I go on vacation, I indulge a little bit, have more, and I would always put on probably 10 to 15 pounds. Now I come back and I've actually lost weight on this vacation and I indulged, but my body is so used to getting the high calorie intake that when I'm on vacation, I still get the high calorie intake. It's burning at that high level, and I don't have to go and come back from vacation and feel like crap. I feel freaking amazing. So that is how you can turn your body into a fat burning machine. It is counterintuitive how we think, but our bodies are so smart. They will always go into a fight or flight, and they'll do whatever they can to keep us alive. So if you want to burn fat, you have to fuel the body. And just follow everything on our website, walk you through this. The foundation to all of this is the protein. You have to hit your protein. So 90 to 100% of your target weight, that's the foundation. And then we can play with our fats and carbs, but we have to get your body getting the proper nutrients and daily intake, and then it turns into an absolute fat burning machine.